peel off this with a flame. I'll have to say to stick it together with silicon bronze. I'm going to weld it on. You see, hopefully we'll get some decent offset this time. It's a bad cast iron repair for a mechanic. It pisses about welding through both sides, one into the other. I'm fairly confident that'll give no problems at all. And it'll cool nice and slowly. Right, people are often asking us what settings I use. For cast iron like that, using silicon bronze, I weld on AC. These are the settings I use. We'll start at the beginning. Right, start amps is 25, so we've got a nice crisp arc. No upslope because I'm using the pedal. Main welding amps is 150 amps, I probably won't use 150. AC balance is set at 10%. 10% cleaning, the rest of it is putting heat into the job. AC frequency 70 Hz. No downslope, no end amps. And I'm putting 9 seconds of gas out after I stop welding, just to keep the tungsten nice and clean. And that's the tungsten I've just used. You can see, if it'll focus, it hasn't done it any harm at all. It balls up, very similar to welding aluminium. And it's an Artec 260. This is the toolbox that was kindly given to us last week. If you don't want to watch me open this toolbox, it's simple, just fast forward the video, but please don't complain. Right, I mean, I don't know what's in here because obviously I had a look through it whether I'll give us it. Some of this gear I'll keep, a lot of the gear I'll give away. We'll go through it, see what's in here. There's a lot of butt-braced carbide tooling. This is old school stuff, it's the way it used to be done. These aren't something that I use. I possibly use that one because could be sharpened into a screw cutting tool. So anybody that still uses butt welded carbide, drop us a line in email because I've got a mountain of it. Some of the tools have been modified, some are brand new. That one's been ground for a specific job. The lad that gave us these was a seagoing engineer for a lot of years, and then he worked on big machines in a machine shop. High speed steel's always nice. Little tools like that. It take a long time to grind. A lot of metal to come off. Copper packing pieces. They're really handy for putting into chucks when you're putting parts in the lathe that you don't want to damage. I'll be keeping some of them. These are interesting tools. Actually, that one's got a tip brazed onto it, as is that one. That's actually been sharpened and modified for a specific job. They're nice little tools. Now there's some drills here, and he mentioned these drills. I think that's 4mm up to 10mm, and each drill goes up in 0.1 of a jump. So that's from 6 to 7mm, or 6 to 6.9. I'll make a stand and I'll keep these because drills like that are very handy. When you're opening up holes, you can get a real accurate size hole. So therefore John to keep. Brand new milling cutter, real sharp one, 10mm as well, so it's metric. Half-inch Whitworth taps. I use quite a lot of Whitworth stuff, but I have got lots of Whitworth taps, so once again, if anybody wants Whitworth taps, drop us a line. There's tool tips. There's a little grub screw there, a little locking screw and some very small tips for a indexing tool. Piece of tube there that's had a bit of a miserable life. Got a British standard number on it, class 2. I don't know what it's for, but I can imagine it's been used for that sort of thing. Selection of Allen keys. Hopefully they're imperial, they are. Kennedy Torx. Kennedy's good gear. T15 Torx. 2 brass drifts that have been quite well used. Not sure. I'm sure somebody will tell us what it's for. Could be for checking drill angles on. I'll get a drill. I think that's what it's for, like a drill grinding jig. Something I haven't got actually. M12 175 standard metric. There, Whitworth, UNC. That one's Whitworth. Don't know what that's for. Nice radiuses on it. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell us what its use is. And some little dowel pins. Right, next door down. More tool tips. And in fact, there's a tool there that takes those tips, so that's definitely the one that I'll be keeping. It's a nice tool, brand new, and has 2 or 3 boxes of tips in there. That'll be very useful indeed. A little slipstone. That's a taper drift for removing most taper drills from most taper sockets. Double-ended 8mm milling cutter, brand new. And there for cleaning out burning nozzle tips or welding nozzle tips. Center drill, good one. More taps and drills, pieces of high-speed steel. That's a nicely sharpened tool with a chip breaker on it. You see the edge there. More taper drill. That's a carbide end mill, very heavy. Little Torx pieces for tightening tools into tool holders. Allen key. That's a nice little fine Torx. Right, yes, again more dies and more die nuts. Look on this side. A little needle file there. More 1/2 inch Whitworth taps. A full set, they appear to be brand new. So it's first, second and plug tap. Very nice, made in England. That's a bit of a novelty these days. More tool tips. Set of taps, they look like metric. They are indeed 6x1. More tool tips that fit that tool holder. More taper sleeves. In decent condition, a little bit of fine wet and dry in here to clean up quite nicely. Can't have too many more taper adapters. That one there, that's a 1 to 3. That's a 2 to 3. That's a big drill there, which has had a bit of a hard life. 63/64, just under an inch. Tap wrench, brand new, better than the one I've got. A set of nice bore gauges. I've got a good set of bore gauges, I use them quite a lot, so these will be used for one of my monthly giveaways. Not sure what make they are, but they're decent, nice and free. Polished ends on them, very good. Selection of files. More tips for that. Now they're slightly bigger, but I have got a holder for those. Imperial bore gauge set. I've got a brand new one actually. Looks like you could do with Bob having a look at that. It's still free, but it does want cleaning up and not to be given away. Calipers. Normally that one's homemade. That one's more than right, as is that one. I normally give these to my friend who works in an engineering company, and he gives them to his apprentices and they clean them up and he shows them how to use them, because this gear still does get used. I mean, the battery doesn't go flat, it still works, and a set of them, they'll basically last you a lifetime. You can't wear them out. some more files. That's part of a micrometer 4 gauge set. That's a part off blade, big one. Not a lot of use to me, so if anybody wants it. Super Cobalt GS, that'll be Jones and Shipman. More files, file handle, and that's solid shoulder wire. That'll be real lead, that'll be proper gear. Right, that's some excellent stuff there. Like I say, what I don't use will be given away, which will be quite a lot of it. And it's pointless me filling my drawers up with stuff that I'm never ever going to use. I'm not like that. I'd like to say massive thanks again to the lad to give us the stuff. He wouldn't take any money, but he does want a weather vane doing. So I'm going to do a weather vane for him. And, everybody's happy. I'm going to keep the toolbox and put the tools in it that I take away to steam rallies when I'm using my little engines. Once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, a massive thanks for all the nice comments and well wishes. Anyway, thanks for watching.